Now we see this as endemic, where big corporations are trying to use their power to push around state legislatures run by Republicans.
I think we're living in a very secular culture, and social media has so much influence over what we're allowed to say and what we're allowed to believe. And social media is just completely secular. What can we do to push back?
Well, I think one thing that really needs to happen is that Christians need to reassess their relationship with the Republican Party. And what that means is we've really allowed Republican office holders to get away with telling us that they support religious liberty while really not doing much to actually protect religious liberty while in office. I'll give you an example. So I live in Indiana, and I was here when Mike Pence was our governor. And while he was vice president for President Trump, went around the nation preaching religious liberty. But while he was the governor here in Indiana, he unleashed the cancel culture using these hate crimes laws to persecute Christians by writing into Indiana law these hate crimes protections specifically for sexual behavior. And so the success of the big business cancel culture here in 2015 in Indiana led to repeated, and now we see this as endemic, where big corporations are trying to use their power to push around state legislatures run by Republicans. And so, those of us who want Republicans to actually make good on those promises need to hold their feet to the fire and say, I'm not going to vote for you. I'm going to help primary you if you don't make good on that promise with your action when you get to the legislature. Speeches are not good enough. My First Amendment right to live as a Christian is protected by the Constitution, and you need to use your power to protect me. Otherwise, I'm not going to vote for you again, and I'm not going to pretend that the Republican Party is great on this issue when they don't, show me the money. They don't follow up those great words with any actions and use of their power on the legislative front.
Joy, you've nailed it. You've hammered it. And you also brought up what I think is even a bigger threat. It's not just the courts, it's corporate America. And it's keeping your job if you have some of these traditional biblical beliefs. Part of the main reason I'm here at The Blaze and left corporate media is because, and again, I don't want to cast aspersions on anybody I work for at ESPN or Fox Sports or whatever, but they maintain a culture in corporate media where Jesus is just a word they're not comfortable with you talking about on air. And so I literally just wanted the freedom to express what I truly believe and use the word Jesus when I think appropriate, and be able to engage with athletes and other celebrities or just other newsmakers about faith comfortably. And so that's why but I think the real threat to most Americans is like this corporate culture we've created, where if you're not 1,000% on board with the LGBT agenda, you could get run out of your job very easily, and everybody will be applauding while you're being escorted out of the building.
Well, and when that happens, people need to understand that that is an extreme minority that's controlling all of the rest of us and making us all scared.